Hello, musicnotes.com. This is Rich. May I help you? Okay. And can I get your email address again?
When Rich was 16, he was in a very bad car accident. We're very lucky that we didn't lose him that day, but he had a severe brain injury because of the car accident. They said that his head probably actually came out and hit the tree that he had hit. He was in a coma for months, and they told us, at first they told us that he would not survive, that the brain damage was too bad and he just wouldn't. But then after a few days they started saying, okay, he might survive, but he'll be no more than a vegetable. And he proved them all wrong.
When somebody, this one person doing plug and install,
Okay.
this guy, he had ordered 2 pieces, but when he's trying to print 1 piece, it always tells him he has to install that circle.
Okay.
You can just go to her account on the internet and then place the order for the piece there, or else, if you need help, you can call us. But, all right?
When he was
You're
finally
welcome.
officially out of the coma, one of the fracture lines when he hit his head had gone down and shattered the cochlea in his ear. So he was totally deaf and still is in the left ear. He was completely paralyzed on the right side of his body. Couldn't even close his eye. We would have to tape his eye shut at night. He couldn't eat. He didn't remember how to swallow, how to get a spoon up to his mouth. One of the biggest problems was he couldn't remember anything. We could have a conversation with him, but 5 minutes later he wouldn't remember you had the conversation. It was a huge, huge, hard, difficult process to learn to talk again. Years of therapy to do that. Rich has always loved music. It's always been a big part for him. When he was too little to even crawl up on the piano bench by himself, I could sit him up on the piano bench, and he would sit there for an hour at a time, just hitting the keys, making music. And when he was 4 years old, we started getting him formal piano lessons. Music has always been a very, very important part of his life. Gradually, as he started to come out of the coma, one of the issues was he couldn't sleep. And then we found that we could bring music in, and that would calm him down, that he could relax with that. And then later, he had this wonderful occupational therapist in the hospital, and she brought in her own keyboard, and he right away just looked at that and knew what he was supposed to do with that. More than anything else, as he was coming out, that was something he instantly knew what he was supposed to do with that. And he got his hand up, and he couldn't really play a song because he was shaking so bad that it wouldn't. But that was the first time he understood what he was doing, what he was trying to do. And he was in the hospital for 3 months, and when he came home, he was in a wheelchair, the entire right side of his body paralyzed, but he was just determined he was going to play the piano again. So he would wheel himself up in the wheelchair up to the piano, and then he would pick his right hand up and put it on the piano. He was just determined that he was going to play the piano again. And he does. He does beautifully. He writes his own music now. He just, it's just a gift. And he's still today, he just never stops trying.